Hey, what's going on, everybody? Y'all know who it is. It's JJ. You know we back at like adding no rehab because you know I'm gonna to get me guys about. Y'all see it's gloomy weather out here, but you know we about to go in here, check out a car, check out cars, and show y'all what I be looking at when I be checking out these cars. So we're gonna go from there. What's going on, man? So show y'all kind of how my thought process of when I'm looking at cars. Cause I kind of look at cars the same way, like how I look about growing my business. I'm like, you can always start off small and always grow. You know, I can always start off buying these cheaper cars, right? So I can always buy these cheaper cars and then switch it up and buy more cars. Because people are gonna be looking like, dang, they'll see like as they keep going by my lot, like they'll see new inventory and they'll see like, okay, we seen he first started out with these older cars and stuff like that that's not looking so good. Then he like transitioned. Now we see the growth instead of being going be a car lot with all these nice newer cars, and then that people drive by and be like, and then you see nothing but older cars. Morning. And then you see nothing but older cars and stuff like. Morning. How are you? So full of cars like this, you know. I had cars like, I ain't gonna even say like this, you know. Just keeping cars like this right here. We're gonna say like this, 2013s and stuff like that, compared to, you know, like this over here or something like that. We'll just say that. We'll just say this. We'll take this for example. So we got that Versa right there. We'll take the Versa, and then, you know, when they see you, like when they start seeing you buying cars like this, right? You know, you start off you buying cars, flipping cars like this. You know, it's an older car, nice, still looks pretty good. You know, they see you buy something like this, then they come to your lot. Now they start seeing nothing but like cars like that, or like, we'll take even, or let's take. We can take this like Nissan or something like that. Cause then y'all notice the Nissan, yeah, the paint's a little faded. It's to be something that I'll buy. You know, I ain't gonna really trip about that. You know, paint's a little faded, got some miles on it. You know, could use some tires, but you know, a little clean up, and I'll buy something like that. See what it sounds like. Fire right up, and they're probably gonna go for cheap. Sound good. Got a service light on. But that can be a number of things. Got a little crack in the windshield, but so look, tire ain't no good. It's gonna come to the auction like this. Probably fetch, you know, probably gonna come on there on the flat because these tires ain't no good. The mirror's no good. The mirror's off of there. You know, the paint is gonna come through looking like this, and you know, through looking like that. People gonna be like, nah, I'll pass on that. But see, I'll buy something like that because see, I can have something like this, right? Then let me take another car for example. I can take that Nissan for example, but we'll just take we'll just take this, right? We'll just take that. What else we want to take? So then we take those two cars, right? So you got that one, you clean it up, yeah. All right, boom. Then you got this newer one that's like 4 years newer, this Pontiac, you know. Or yeah, well, it look like it's two different colors. Is it? I don't know. It's just where I'm looking at it from a distance, but no, it looks like two different colors. It looks like this gray, it's lighter than this gray, but it might have just been me looking from a distance. Okay, maybe not a good example or something. I don't know. Maybe we'll use the example like, say, like this Honda right here. Say we take this Honda right here. Boom, Honda, older little car right there. Boom, boom, boom. You know, something that I'll sell. You know, 1200. probably give 1,500, right? And then, so you got that, you got the older Honda joint, then bam, we just taking Impala. We ain't gonna take this beat up Impala, but we'll take this Impala. So we'll just take Impala. So you got the old Honda joint, so you'll sell that like 1,500. Got that out there, 1,500. Then you have this nicer Impala. This one ain't so nice, so this is not giving me a good example. But this is a newer car. That's an older car. And then when people come to your lot, we got the Impala and stuff like that. But it's always easier. Like for me, it's always easier for people always will. It's easy for people to go. Like people like to go from a older car to a newer car. Nobody ever wants to go from the newer car to the older car. Except if you're me. I'm one of those few people that do that. Like I had a nice 13 camera. I don't think I ever seen it before. Before I started YouTube. I don't know if you ever seen it, but I had my Camry that I financed when I was at the dealership, paid it off, ended up turning around selling it, got my money back. I had the BMW, y'all seen that. And then I went to the Kia. It's not many people that would do that. Like, okay, I got my new car, it's paid off, I will turn around, sell it, and take that profit. Nah, it means really not even profit because you spend all that money paying it off. And then it's not that many people that's going to go from my BMW down to a Kia with a messed up hood. It's not many people that like that. A lot of people want to go like basically the reverse. Okay, I got the Kia, then I got the BMW, then I traded the BMW in for the Camry. It's basically I went in reverse. But most people think like that. Okay, that's why I like buying cars like this. I take this Impala for instance. It's like, okay, this person traded in. Maybe why they traded in, because they probably like hit something or damaged that right there, and they was like, man, that was like the last straw. They was like, man, this car giving me too many problems. It might. And then the thing about it. So me, I'm gonna look for something like that. They probably had a little minor accident, knocked the fender out. You can go to them salvage yard. Find 1,000 Impalas with a different fender. Get you a new fender for that. That's easy. Stop some hubcaps on there. That thing ready to ride. I want to buy something like this Nissan that's been sitting parked for a while. They probably was like, man, I need some new tires. It was probably time for. It was time for some new tires. You can see that. They was like, man, I ain't doing that. Trade that in for a new car. I like these older cars, man. I like the older cars, because people like to trade them in. A lot of times people trade them in because it don't even be having a major problem. It just be so many minor things that people deal with that they just like, oh, this another problem, and people just assuming unless you trading it in for like a brand new car, with like factory warranties and like factory maintenance stuff. I mean, you're still gonna run into problems, even though like you say you trade this car in for a used car or something, whatever. You're still gonna run into problems. You can still have a flat tire. You can still hit a curb. You can still get into a wreck. It doesn't matter how new the car is. And then a lot of these car places, they don't pay for your maintenance. Like that's why I went with Toyota. They pay for your maintenance for the first 2 years. I went with Toyota over anything, but I know a lot of people doing this now. So you still have to pay for maintenance on the car, and now, instead of taking your older car, to the Jiffy Lube or whatever to get the $20-$30 oil change, now you have to take this new car in back to the dealership because you don't want to void any of its warranty. So you got to take that back in, instead of you getting the $40 tire rotation here, you got to go in here and get the $80 tire rotation instead of the $20 oil change. That you were $25 oil change. Now you got to get the $80 synthetic oil change and stuff like that. People just, but that's why people traded in. Look, they traded this in. Probably ain't nothing wrong with it. They just tired of it. Probably just one little thing. A Zuzu, basically a Chevy Trailblazer. That's all it is. Look at that. Got check engine light on. Oh, it was a Trailblazer. Got a good detail. Put tires on it. I never get why people do that. Like, putting tires on, putting tires on a car don't give it really more value when you go trade it in. You know, cleaning the car really doesn't put more value on it than when you go trade it in and stuff like that. None of that stuff. Like people be really thinking like, oh, I'm gonna clean my car, it's gonna get me more money. Not necessarily. Because a lot of times it's already built into the dealership's budget. Like putting tire, like basically it's they have a service fee for it's like a service bill for each car. Like each car comes in, it's going to get a safety inspection. You know, they're going to make sure it's safe. You know, they're going to do a safety inspection, or the manager's going to look at it and be like did this one, nope, put that one on the back lot, that one's going right to auction. So they're not even going to bother with it. You know, so if you bring the car in looking like this, most of the time the manager, you know, they might have put the new tires on there or whatever, but you know, take this car, the manager gonna look at this, boom, put that on the back row, going right to auction. Bam, it's going right to auction. This, you know, depends on where they traded it in at, going right to auction. Paint's faded, right to auction. You know, but that's from Enterprise, so that's like a rental car or something, an old rental car. Like this Subaru, rust spots, send it right to the auction. You know, because if I'm a big dealership, I can't have people coming to the big dealership. They like, man, they trying to sell that, bad review. They're trying to sell that, bad review. You know, rust spot. But it's something I would buy. I would buy it. I don't care about I wouldn't mind the rust spots. You know, I'm gonna buy it if I get it cheap enough. It's all about making some profit. You know. People be worried about a lot of other stuff, man. Just be worried about the profit you can make. Yes, you can always spend $2,000, $3,000, and buy $5,000. The car that's worth $5,000 and take forever to end the day to sell it and stuff like that. But why not just basically diversify your money? Diverse your money when buying cars like a portfolio. You know, buy you a cheaper car, buy you a nicer little car, buy you a cheaper little car, little beater, because everybody needs a beater. You never know when somebody has a car trouble, accident, or finally got some money, you know, saved up. You know, people be working hard out here for their money. You know, maybe they worked hard. You know, they finally got $1,000, man. Been working and saving and been like, man, I'm tired of catching rides, man. I got $1,000. I just need me a good little beater car. It don't really matter how it looks. And there's a lot of people out there, man. People be working these jobs. They just needing cars. So I want to supply those people. Like, hey, man, I get you this nice little beater. It ain't the best looking, but you know, it runs good. You know, because when I be buying these cars, people like, man, you bought that, but it runs good. And then I service it. You know, I do some service on it. So like that like that Nissan. See, I'm gonna have a detail for him. You know, I'm gonna have a detail for him or her. Put some tires on it, you know, put some tires on it. Then get on Amazon, get one of those little $15 little aux radio things, you know. If y'all don't know what they like $15, man. You plug them into either the cigarette lighter or you plug them into the aux or something like that. And people get Bluetooth, man. The small things go a long way. You know, I'm gonna take y'all one day. I'm gonna buy one of these cars again with no hubcaps on there, but I'm about to get up out of here. It's about to rain. I just wanted to kind of walk around and kind of show y'all what I'll be looking for, man. I don't be looking for nothing special, man. I just look for buying all type of cars. I can buy cars, you know, but it's levels, you know. And like I said, I can always buy these cheaper cars and move up, you know, because, you know, people always going to be looking at the outside looking in. You know, if people on my Facebook and my friends list, when they see me posting these cars, like, okay, he's posting these, and then then they start seeing the, but then it looks kind of bad when you're like, it's always people's perspective. Like me, I don't really care. Some people may care when you posting cars. These are for the people that care when you post a car. Me, I'm gonna post one day you might see me post a really nice car, like my BMW or something, or like the little Nissan Versa I bought or something. And then one day you might see me post a car with a faded paint job. I ain't caring. I'm all about making some money. I'm not into the business of people pleasing or nothing, or pleasing others. I mean, please the customer. I'm not in the business of, hey, well, what would this person think? Blah. We ain't worried about that. We ain't worried about what nobody thinks. Because at the end of the day, only person you have to prove something to is yourself. That's all you have to do. You only have to prove something to yourself. You don't have to prove anything to others. You don't have to compare yourself to anything. And, at the end of the day, it's only all the stuff falls on you. But I don't be looking for nothing. I don't be looking for nothing special. There's nothing special when I go check out cars, man. I usually just check the fluids or whatever. I didn't check the fluids today, but I usually just check the fluids. I put them in drive and reverse. I might drive them around the parking lot. I mean, there's no exact science to buying these cars, man. Like I said, they're used vehicles, so I can, like I said, I can buy it today. I can check it out today. It'd be good. Buy it Wednesday. Be good. Drive it Thursday and stuff. Then when I go to sell it, it might not be no good. It might just be some issue that pops up when I'm going to sell it. But I appreciate everybody for tuning in. I'm out. I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.